me turn it down so we don't get in trouble. This thing is nuts. It sounds really, really crazy on the Pro Logic. It really pans around a lot, and it's not like anything I've ever heard before. It actually sounds really good, but it sounds like almost kind of out of the ordinary. Maybe there might be something wrong with that part of it, but this thing is wow. Okay, so you have an equalizer. You can turn it on or off. And you come in here, and you boost this bass right here. You know, usually most of these, I got to turn the bass all the way up. It goes to, what is it? It did go to 10, didn't it? Yeah. I didn't have it at 10. It's shaking the house at plus 4 dB. Most of these, they don't have enough bass. These vintage Sonys do, but like the Yamahas and, Harman Kardons and Klipsch and different ones that they don't have enough bass for me. And I don't even listen to rap music. I'm mostly metal and some other type of stuff, but not enough bass. And boy, this thing really, really has some bass. Lots of headroom. It's 110 watts per channel. Somebody took the legs off of it, and at least they're still there, but the screws are gone, and I'm going to have a hard time probably finding those. It got trashed at Goodwill right here. Otherwise, I think it would be almost nearly in perfect shape. A little ding there. You close the door on it, and it just looks really nice. A lot of the Sonys, they look like this, the newer ones, but they're plastic. And so this is all metal, but the door is hollow. You see a little plastic tray in it. So if you see something like this, and they'll usually have this type of design, it's an indication it's from the late 90s. And it's going to sound probably really, really good, unlike most Sonys. You can look in here, and you see they use really high quality components. If you look this thing up on the internet and you go to Hi-Fi Engine, that's what I usually use to find out what the specs are on things. Hi-Fi Engine is a website that documents almost everything ever made. There's reviews on there very seldomly, unless it's a cult-followed radio. This happens to be one of those, apparently, because there are about 10 or 15 reviews on it. Most things, I did not realize that the door lights up. Most things have no reviews. Oh no, the door doesn't light up. It's just a transfer through. It's pretty cool. See that? So usually that's an indication you have a good one. They don't seem to like to be smothered. There's definitely a few people talking about that they're in protect mode and they've replaced the transistors. It actually has a relatively simple output, which kind of makes it more similar to a stereo. On this one here, I'm going to try and come into the back here. There's A and B channels, and there's surround and center. That's it. The center channel is actually really loud, which is normally not going to be the case on a lot of these. It doesn't have the typical modes that I've seen on a lot of the other ones, because I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that this thing is probably from 99 or older. And the reason I think that is because there's a knob indicator right here. It actually should light up, I thought, but there's a little thing on there. And this is going to be the kind that has the remote motor to it. And we actually have the remote, which is basically why I bought it. I was like, oh, another Sony, just like the one I already have, but it has the remote. I said, this definitely looks 80s, 90s. This might not even be the right remote for this. To me, it looks too old for this, but I think it's the wrong remote. But anyway, I'm really amazed. For $14, plus I got 20% off coupon because we bought some other stuff. having a very simple type of menu on it. You know, be able to just like go in here and adjust most things. Like, I don't think you need the remote to get into a complicated on-screen menu. Like a lot of the stuff that I have, like the Denons and the Yamahas, you have to have a TV hooked to them. And in order to get them to sound good, you have to do an auto setup. This doesn't have any of that crap. It doesn't have any HDMIs or any of that BS. And it just sounds amazing. See, and you have the 5.1 channel input. But I love finding stuff like this. This is what I really like about going to thrift stores. I buy a lot of these stereos when they're $20 or less, and they're usually disappointing. So it's nice to get something that's just like, wow. And I've got halfway decent speakers, but I mean, the best speakers in the world sound like crap on a shitty stereo. That's just how it is. So too many of these stereos, they just do not work well for music because they're designed to be a home theater. They don't even work well to be a home theater. They don't have like the bass. When you have a radio, you should be able to excessively turn up the bass to where it's like too much, and you can't on most of them. Because if you're trying to compensate for speakers that don't have a lot of bass, and the stereo doesn't have a good bass response output, you're not going to be able to do it. But with something like this, you could take some speakers that don't have really great bass and just turn up the bass on it, and it'll make them sound better, But I got to figure out the hell to do with these. I'm trying to keep this off the top here. Actually, I need to just go ahead and pull these. Do I really need them taped on there? No. Unless it was something I was going to archive the damn thing. I'm not going to lose them. I say that now, right? But I need to find the screws for them. This one here uses the same kind of stuff. These are the kind of wheels that I think you can, they're designed to be rotated. This one's also really heavy. So I'm missing these big, huge screws. Yeah, they have a service plate on the bottom, which a lot of stereos don't have. But you can see this one's very similar. But it's different. It has the infinitely turning knob. And probably a little bit more outputs. I think this is a higher level one, but I think it's older. So what do you have? Fronts? I guess it's about the same. So you got what they call front, right and left, and surround right and left. So there's actually no A and B. But whatever surround back is, so that's an extra channel. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then you have 5, and then either your 5.1. But actually, this has got surround back, so this is 6.1. And the pre-out is front, surround, surround back, or center, or you can do a stereo channel on those, apparently. And then you have the woofer. So 1, 2, 3, so 6.1. And then, well, these will have the channel in, multi-channel in 2. So front, surround, and center. Front, surround, center, surround back, and woofer. So, yeah, multi-channel. 1, 2, 3, 6, 6.1. I don't think the other one has that on it, but this also has the monitor out and stuff like that. But these are all made in Malaysia, and they seem to be really good. You have the impedance selector on the back. These type of Sonys are just really good. This one here is the STR-DB 1070. You start getting into really high numbers on the Sonys, that's when they're good. But this one's supposed to be better, according to people. And the STR-DB 930. So I'm gonna crank this thing up, and after it's been on for a little while, I guess, and just enjoy it. It's pretty cool. It also matches our very plastic changer. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, so that's just me buying junk. So anyway, but it's the fun part of things. I mean, you know, we're only gonna live once, so you might as well search for cool stuff to try out.